Now this is the not a review. I've already done a review of my Batbone. You can check a previous video if you really want to know what I have to say about it. I decided to put my Batbone back in the air after going off to other aircraft. The reason I did this is because I needed something that I can take with me at all times, and it's small, portable, compact, and of course the Batbone does fold up for easy transport. I did take it out this day, and there is a bit of a crosswind, and the wind keeps changing direction. It's a little stronger than I had hoped, but overall I had a fair experience until later in the video. Now here I haven't flown my Tri in a while, so I'm getting the feel for it again. So the flying isn't that great at first until I start getting warmed up. Now with a little crosswind there and a bit of acceleration, and the fact that I had it in stunt mode, that happened. I realized that after the crash that the nose just went too far down. I couldn't recover at too much airspeed. When I brought it down, I did look at the display, which told me it was in stunt mode, and I put it back in safe mode, and I threw it back up. Now, if you're wondering where I'm at, this is actually a Harlem Block Sports Complex in Westaco. Right now, of course, I'm sure you've seen the water tower right now. Those apartments up there are on Westgate, and that street right there is, I don't know, I think it's 18th Street, maybe 16th Street. Down there over there is my friend Joe's shop and house. Hey, Joe. There's the water tower. Oh, getting a little of wind there, and that's what was causing that shaking. So I decided to cut the throttle because I could feel it going up, but I couldn't recover in time. I really couldn't see how fast it was losing altitude, and that's why I did that hard landing there. And additionally, you see that little walking track there, the running track? I didn't know I was that far either. The wind was coming from the north, and that's the direction I'm facing right now, and it was slowly drifting away, or actually quickly drifting away, and that's when I decided bringing it back. Now that little jittering you see there, the little shaking, that is the onboard stabilizer trying to keep the plane, the craft stable, but it is getting rocked by the wind, so that's what's causing that shaking. I can adjust the settings to where it won't be as jumpy, it'll be more subtle, but I actually like the flying characteristics of it that I have the settings set to right now. I got those off of YouTube, and that's how I have kept those settings since I built this multi-role. You see me flying close up to me in my little Forrest Gump stance. As you get closer, you're going to see the difference I have made since I started the video. Let's get a little closer and see what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right. I have my FPV goggles on, my Fat Shark Attitude goggles. I am actually flying FPV, not line of sight. In the beginning, I was flying line of sight just to make sure the settings are still right since I hadn't flown in a while. And after one of the landings, I did put my goggles back on. So if you see wondering why I'm flying so conservatively, it's because I am on the goggles. Now I do have the goggles do have a good field of view and good quality display, but the camera does not. I'm actually running the 808 number 16 camera as my main camera, which displays a good picture, but it could be better. It doesn't have any delay when it's not recording, so I'm doing well with it. And what I'm shooting this video with is the Mobius, which is on the opposite side of the Batbone. I have them both on opposite sides of the center line. At this point I decided to try and fly around the trees and in between. Since I am not running my full setup, I don't have an OSD, and I hadn't set my radio timer to alert me of the battery time. So there I actually ran out of juice. You heard the motor, you heard it start winding down. It went down. I tried to give it throttle up, and it wouldn't. That's how I knew I was out of battery. Additionally, when I went there, I wasn't that far, and I kind of had an idea where I was at. When I took the goggles off and started walking to where I thought it was, I couldn't see it. The Batbone is black, and I only have one green prop on the tail. I'm probably going to change the rotors, the blades to a different color to find it in case it gets stitched somewhere. Now here I don't know what the altitude I'm at, but I am pretty high. I can tell I'm at least 3 stories up, if not tall or higher than that. Since the Mobius is pointing slightly down to record what's under me. The main camera I'm viewing with sees a good side of the horizon, so to give you an idea how what altitude I'm at. This little structure down there, I actually couldn't see it from the road. When I left, I was surprised that I had such a good view at this time. The reason I turned around at that spot because I was starting to get some interference from video interference. I realized afterwards that I was still facing south, and what I've read is that the frequency the Fat Shark is on doesn't go through organic things very well, that being me, a human body. When I came back and turned around, the video cleared up very quickly, and this is when I realized it. At this point, I was already facing north, and I'm trying to walk around my car, touching my car, and keep orientation of the Batbone. I actually don't want to bring it down, walk across, then take it back up. So it was pretty interesting. Here you see me sliding in front of my car, and then eventually facing south. Now as I'm coming in and I'm trying to get some hovering footage, I don't realize that there's a soccer cage there, which I hit and broke a couple of parts. I have since repaired it, and I'm ready to go back up in the air.